So, hi everybody. Hi everyone. Today we are going to show you the concept, the science, the physics behind which the Netflix science fiction horror. It's not basically horror, but it's a beautifully made science fiction web series. Stranger Things is based. This is a short clip from the series itself where they describe where a professor describes to his children beautifully the physics without the need of any mathematical concept. He describes the physics behind which this show is based. So just listen to it carefully, then maybe I'll show you a few more stuff regarding this thing which he'll describe. Just watch.
Mr. Clark?
Hey there. How you boys holding up?
We're in mourning.
Man, these aren't real Nilla wafers.
We were wondering if you had time to talk.
We have some questions.
A lot of questions. So you know how in Cosmos, Carl Sagan talks about other dimensions, like beyond our world?
Yeah, sure. Theoretically.
Right, theoretically.
So,
It's really interesting to see how these recent shows, are concentrating more about, the physics or the scientific stuff, and really they have portrayed this in a really very beautiful and in a way where these children are so curious. This curiosity is the main factor which drives us scientists to, discover more and more and more. Just go on.
theoretically, how do we travel there?
You guys have been thinking about Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation, haven't you? Well, basically, there are parallel universes, just like our world, but just infinite variations of it. Which means there's a world out there where none of this tragic stuff ever happened.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
Oh,
We were thinking of more of an evil dimension, like the Veil of Shadows. You know the Veil of Shadows?
echo of the material plane where necrotic and shadow magic.
Yeah, exactly. If that did exist, a place like the Veil of Shadows, how would we travel there?
Theoretically.
Well, picture an acrobat.
The music
Standing
is
on a tightrope.
awesome.
And the tightrope is our dimension. And our dimension has rules. You can move forwards or backwards. But what if right next to our acrobat, there is a flea? Now the flea can also travel back and forth, just like the acrobat, right?
Right.
Here's where things get really interesting. The flea can also travel this way, along the side of the rope. He can even go underneath the rope.
Upside down.
Exactly.
But we're not the flea, we're the acrobat.
In this metaphor, yes, we're the acrobat.
So, we can't go upside down?
Well, is there any way for the acrobat to get to the Upside Down?
Well, you'd have to create a massive amount of energy, more than humans are currently capable of creating, mind you, to open up some kind of tear in time and space. And then you create a doorway.
Like a gate?
Sure, like a gate. But again, this is all...
Theoretical.
But what if this gate already existed?
Well, if it did, I think we'd know. It would disrupt gravity, the magnetic field, our environment. Heck, it might even swallow us up whole. Science is neat, but I'm afraid it's not very forgiving.
So this is a book by Brian Greene, PDF version of The Elegant Universe, which was published in 1999 by Brian Greene. And here you can see the exact same idea being displayed in a particular chapter. It's a beautiful book. Go through, and the link will be there in the description for that book. It's a beautiful book. Just go through the book. Those who are very curious in stuff like these and still don't have any mathematical background, you can read this book and get into the depth of these stuff that we all are interested in. So you can see this concept here. A garden hose viewed from a substantial distance looks like a one-dimensional object, but when magnified, a second dimension, one that is in the shape of a circle and is curled around the hose, becomes visible. You can see this. The surface of the garden hose is two-dimensional. One dimension, emphasized by the straight arrow, is long and extended, and the other dimension, emphasized by the circular arrow, is short and curled up. So as you can see, in a paper he sent to Einstein in 1919, Kaluza, the man who discovered this idea, which has been described in Stranger Things, he made an astounding suggestion. He proposed that the special fabric of the universe might possess more than the three dimensions of common experience. The motivation of his radical thesis, as we will discuss shortly, was Kaluza's realization that it provided an elegant and compelling framework for weaving together Einstein's general relativity and Maxwell's electromagnetic theory into a single unified conceptual framework. It's beautiful, man. Hey guys, hello. Before I end this video, I'd just like to say that the clip that I showed you was from the web series Stranger Things, which I think most of you are very familiar with. And I am mostly, against piracy, and I know these pirated stuff nowadays are affecting the popular web series or movies so much. So I just request you to go to their original website, Netflix, and you can get a month free. You just have to, fill in some important details and get a month free and just go and enjoy. There's so many beautiful Netflix original stuff, and Stranger Things is one of these. This is one of the best science fiction stuff that has come up in the recent years. So please go to their original website, Netflix, the link of which will be provided in the description, and enjoy Stranger Things.